Okay, now we're going to talk about the encoder, the hardware encoder that's in your rack case. And there's a couple ways to do this. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to set it up. So you should have a document. If we look in our documents folder right here, this document right here, email, Dropbox, encoder, streaming, they're the logon stuff and that you'll need. So here's stuff for the encoder. And this is the first time you use it. This is your login information here to log into it. Okay, first we're going to locate it, okay? It's in your rack, but the computer doesn't know where it is yet. So we're going to double click on the finder. And you can see here it should have your IP address, and we're going to make sure it does by looking right here. So I click there, scroll down, I see my IP address is 168.1.221, which is that. So we're all good there. Now we're going to locate the actual, we're going to scan, and it's going to find the encoder, which is here. Then we're going to double click on that, and voila, here it is. Now, I've gone ahead and changed the username and password for this particular encoder. And the username is TOTS followed by 8291. So, and there it is, TOTS 8291. Okay, and then sign in. Now, if you haven't done that yet, your login would be admin with 6 zeros as the password. And once you get in there, you want to change that and create a new password. And this is what you do. You type it in the account, which is your name. And I'm going to have that for you on this document. I'm going to tell you what your name is and what your password is. Put the name, the password, and hit apply. And then it'll come up and ask you to do it again to confirm. Then you do it again. And then it's going to say, well, reboot your system. And you can reboot at that point and then come on back and do it all over again. Log in, make sure it works. And it will, and everybody's happy. Okay, so now we want to set this up to do a record and stream a game. And right now, I've got Wirecast open, and I have set the output so that it's putting this out. It's not doing it yet until I start the output, but that's what it's putting out. And so that's what it's going to pick up here. Is seeing an SDI cable and SDI embedded audio on it. So that's good. That's what we want. Down here is even more details. Okay, 1280 by 720p, 5994. That's what we want. Okay. Now we want to go to the operation mode, and here you can record or you can stream. So let's set up the record first. And you see it says type, date, and name, team name here. In other words, the date of the recording and the team you're playing. So if it's Bismarck, it would BIS. Date with BIS. Okay, resolution's correct. Profile will be main. Okay. And this is the entropy or whatever it's called that you want to use. Recording, we want to go ahead and do 4 megabits, however you get to that. That's on low and high. Okay, 4 megabits. And that audio bit could be either one of those is fine. And then just hit apply. Okay. Now you could start the recording here too. And in order to do that, you get your media card and you slide it into the card slot on the front of the encoder, just like I'm showing you here. And we'll show you how to start it using the buttons on the front of the encoder too. But for right now, you can start that recording by hitting that. Now we're going to set up the stream. Okay. And you can stream it twice. You can stream it over here and stream it over there. So right now we're just going to deal with Presto, where you normally stream your stuff. And I've already got this set up. It's RTMP 1280 by 720, 5994. Profile is main. That's the entropy, and this could be 60 or more. The more it is, the easier it is, but for fast action, the smaller number is better. So I wouldn't go over 120. I'm just going to do 60 because we can afford to do that. Okay, now these are the things you want to set up. Now, if you notice on this document here, your streaming URL, stream name, account, and password. Okay, so that refers to all this information right here. So basically, you can just highlight this and then right click and copy. Okay, and then come in here and just paste. Okay, and then your name is that. You paste that in here. NWL Hot Tots is the account. The password is tots8291. There you go. That's for this team. You will have your own set of things. Now, for ESPN Plus, we're going to send them most likely SRT unless they give us their own encoder. We'll send an SRT to them, just like this. I won't get that up to about 60. And they may want 10 over here for that. Okay? And they'll give you the information for in here. The port and, yeah, the IP address. And right now it's disabled. That's good. Okay, so, and then when you're ready to stream, you can just start stream right there. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute in front of your encoder. Okay. So that should all work just fine. Another thing you want to look at is to go over here to System, scroll down to Timeout Period. And I have this set for 1 day. Yours will probably be set for 20 minutes. I would go ahead and put it on a day so it doesn't time out. So you can get to it without having to go in here and tell it to, or reboot it, right? Also, firmware. You want to do a firmware update, and I've already downloaded the firmware. You should have it on your computer in downloads, and I'm going to show you how that works. So firmware update, you go browse, and we're going to look in our downloads folder. And I'm not seeing, wait a second, all files. Here we go, it's a zip file. We got to extract that. Okay, there we go. Now if we go back here and browse, now we all of a sudden we're going to find it. There it is. Okay, I think this is it right here. Let's go ahead now and put some video here. We're 720-994, start the output. We'll go ahead and play this practice clip here. And turn off the sound. Minimize that. Oh, did we output it? Yeah, okay. And let's see if it picks it up. Let's log back in. Oh, it's reset it. Okay, so we got to go back to our original password, and it's all lowercase. Admin, 6 zeros. Here we go. Okay, so it's reset to something different. So we're going to go ahead and come back in and save all this information as I explained to you before. I'm going to bring that bit rate on the audio down. We don't really need it that high. Now we have to go back in and put this stuff in again. Okay, so evidently, when you, I haven't done this before, when you update your firmware, it resets everything. So here we go. We're going to do all this again. We change this to our TMP, right? File main, all that's good. Bit rate, that's fine. Okay, the first thing we want to do is copy this. Control C and Control V. And I'm going to put this in. Control C, stream name, Control V, count name. Oh, it already knows what it is. It's got a memory. That, and then the password, that. That's all good. So we're going to apply that. When you go to do this, you can set all that up according to what ESPN Plus wants. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Now, it should remember it. Okay, let's go to our record. And I'm going to go ahead and put that note back in here. Type, date, and team. Oh, here it is right here. Team name here. I'll make that 1280 by 720. That. This down 256. And an MPEG 4. That's what we want. MPEG 4. Duration, it's asking for a duration. Unlimitation. That's what we want. We can't do 120 minutes. That's not going to cut it. Let's see what these are. We want to do low. Okay, now we have stuff that makes sense. Medium is 8. High is 16. We're going to go with low for 4. Don't want more than 4. For the GOP, we're going to go 60. Frame rate, we got to bring that down to 59.94. Okay, so that's all good. We want to apply that so it remembers it. Okay, and we could start to record from right here if we wanted to. All right, so we're pretty good now. Now I want to go back. I'm going to show you how to change the name. Remember I made it TOTS? And the password A291. Here it is, those two. And then I'm going to apply. I got to do it again to confirm it. And make sure that's right. Yeah. And hit apply. Now we got to log back in. All right, we're all good. Timeout period, we want to change that. Make it a day. It's asking us for this again. I guess anytime we change something like that, they want to sign in just to confirm that you're the guy that can do it. All right, and this for Central Time Zone should be -6. UTC -6 is Central Time Zone. Yeah. If you're Eastern, it would be UTC -5. Just so you know. And then we're going to apply. Got to reboot to complete the time zone update. We will do that. All right, so then I'm going to reboot this, open it back up. I'll have to log in again and then confirm all the settings I set were correct. And then we'll go over and do the start and stop recording on the actual encoder itself. Okay, here we go. This is the encoder, the hardware encoder. And the first thing we're going to do is put our media card in. It slides right in this slot right here. Just press it in. And then we're going to go ahead and record and set the bit rate. So right now it's got set to HDMI. We want to change that to SDI for the input. Okay. Then we're going to press the record and hold it until it starts flashing. Then the bit rate's asking us for a bit rate. We're going to set that to low. So now it should start recording. And there it goes. It started recording. Now we're going to do the stream. Okay, once again SDI. I'm going to hold that stream button down until it starts flashing. Then this bit rate's asking us for a bit rate. And we're going to go low with that, which is 4 megabits. So we're streaming and recording. Now, the same thing when we're done. We want to go ahead and hold this down. And it starts flashing. And it'll turn white at some point. There it goes. That means it's done. And we do the same thing over here. So record's done, so I'm going to go press that, and it pops out a little bit, and we're good to go. We're going to go take a look at this on the computer. Okay, now we're back in here. We're going to check and see if all our settings held up. So I'm going to double click on that, open it up, operation mode, and for our record, that's correct. That's correct. It looks like it kept everything. That's great. And go to stream and our TMP, those are right. Bitrate, hang on, that's changed. Now all these make sense. High is 8, medium's 4, and low is 2. And for Presto, we're going to do medium with 4. If it becomes a problem for your customers, we'll drop it down to 2. All right, and it kept all of these, so that's great. And that's for your stream. That's what we're going to stream. And this over here, we're going to disable that for the second stream. And you'll just set all this up when the time comes to do a ESPN Plus game. All right, so it kept everything, so that's great. We'll hop over here to System, see if it kept the timeouts a day. That's good. And the UTC -6 is Central Time Zone, so we're all good there. Status. Now this is something you can check during the game if you really want to see how it's doing. Once you start recording and streaming, you can see if everything's holding up the way it should. Okay. All right, that's great. Now let's take a look at if our card recorded the game on the encoder. I'll go ahead and close that and go to my PC, and here is the card. There's the game, or the what little bit that I recorded. I only recorded 30 seconds, I think, but there it is, and you can rename that if you want. It's not very pretty video because it's bad video to begin with, but there it is. It all works. It looks just like it does in Wirecast. Very poor. Audio and everything's good. Okay. So it all works. There you go.